The wand is called a Wand of Smiles. When you fire it at someone, it basically forces them to smile. And you rolled high enough to know that someone made an alteration to this wand to where if they fail the check, it could essentially keep them from speaking during the time they are charmed by it, while forcing them to smile. You also know that it has 3 charges, which can replenish at the end of each dawn, but if the charges run out and you try to fire it again, it could change into a wand of scowling.
I love potatoes.
I'm aware of how much you want to hoard your potatoes.
Okay.
Okay, it's when you spend the last charge. There's a chance you can transform. And with that, we hit nighttime.
I sleep.
Yep, everybody sleeps.
I sleep.
Yep. An
Probably cover
initiative check
the,
to figure out who gets their event first.
Not it. That's how it works, right?
No.
Blood over my damn feet.
I rolled a 12. I don't know, what are we checking?
6.
Just initiative.
Oh.
See who goes first.
15.
15.
Fenrose is higher than yours by a point.
Not really. Oh, yeah, because I got a... got 17. Oh, sure.
Fenrose, you are in a dream. A familiar dream. You're in your grand hall, surrounded by friends, and are all
That's
cheering you.
super
You're
tall.
much taller than normal. You have this much proud stature, but off in the distance, you can see 2 figures conversing. They're not paying attention to you, unlike everybody else, who would think you're all so grand and great, and we all love you, Fenris.
You're so
the
tall.
best.
I'm so tall.
Do I recognize
Right.
these people?
Yeah, well, you recognize one. One is a cloaked figure wearing a fox mask.
No!
And the other is a new figure to you. It's some sort of humanoid creature, but it
That
also looks like a
rabbit.
hyena.
What?
Maybe he's heard of these things.
A knoll?
Bing. It's a knoll. I'm gonna describe it better, but
I
it's
just
a knoll.
thought it was gonna be the rabbit lady.
No, it's a knoll.
Fuck me.
I was
God
also-
damn it. My
Obviously, that's
psyche
what I
is
read.
fucked.
The knoll seems much bigger.
I was gonna
than
say, maybe
the
you're just
fox.
like, your mind's starting to warp these things because you had your throat tearing out by a hyena. He's just like recognizing it in with the fox now. All of your rage is melting together into a single focus of unhappiness.
But yeah, these 2 figures are paying no mind to you, and they're just conversing with each other.
Can I hear what they're saying at all?
No, there's too many praises of the great Fenris and how lovable you are to hear what they're talking about.
I want to try to motion for everyone to quiet down.
Quiet, my subject.
I don't want to,
Oh my god, you became king of dick sucking! It finally happened!
only in my dreams. But I don't want to, like, verbally say anything. I just want to, like, hand motion for everyone to, like, quiet down and calm down so I can, like, see if I can hear what these people are saying.
And they seem, your fans and friends all quiet down, and they're waiting for what you're going to say next. But the 2 in the back seem to be basically speaking in tongues, some language you can't understand.
God damn it!
Fire and arrow their tongues.
I want to approach them.
It's my spot. It's my spot.
As you approach, the fox holds up a glass of wine in a cheering manner, and the gnoll holds up someone's head in a cheering manner.
It's your dad.
Yeah, do I recognize the head?
It's your dad.
Yes!
She keeps nailing it, damn it.
I'm good
Do I have
with
my
it.
weapons on me?
You have all your stuff on you. You're the great Fenris. And these 2 figures before you are opening with smiles and glee.
I
And
draw a hand
proud to
axe
see you.
and attack the knoll.
You bring the axe down, and then all you see is none too bothered. There's this nice gash in his shoulder, and he's still
Kill me!
holding up the head with a grand smile.
I just want to keep fucking hacking away at him.
You turned him to paste. And your father said, "What's going on?"
I don't like where the stream's going.
I'm not okay.
Stream's not okay by me.
And you're hearing your fans scream, "Fenris the Great kills another!"
I don't know how to react to
I
this.
think you're losing your mind, quite literally.
Father goes, what was everyone celebrating? Are you the champion or something?
Did you kill your dad?
Is
Like
the
those words. He says those words.
is the fox reacting in any way, or is he like still like?
He's holding up this cup. He's just kind of happy, staring off this. He's not saying anything to you. He's there.
Pull off the mask.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, let me try to pull off his mask.
You reach down, you take off his mask, and his face, his skin, they transform into a turquoise color, and horns sprout from his forehead. And he's the mirror image of you!
The fox was me the whole time.
Turquoise or teal?
It's a turquoise. But you know what? It's your nightmare. It's teal.
My evil twin.
Slightly different color than you. Is he the same height now too?
The fans are ecstatic. There's two of them now!
Or is the other one just like 2 inches taller?
Oh, he's sitting down right now. You can't tell.
I chop at him with the hand axe.
I killed my
Why won't you love me, brother?
Oh no! You have a secret brother! This is an ultimate twist. Your psyche is fucked!
We could have done great things together. And you turn on the paste.
I want to grab my father's head and yell for everyone.
You wake up!
No! Damn it!
Skull, you're next.
No.
You're going to the marshlands. You're happy and glee.
Not really, I'm in the marshlands. Well, let's assume it.
Isn't that where you said your sanctuary was?
Skipping a problem.
Not a sanctuary, that's just where his home is. Where he came from.
Oh, whatever. It's that.
He ventured through it. He's content with life.
As you're going through, you eventually find this door, this grand door. It must be 20 feet tall. It's got 2 door handles. It's a golden color. It gleams, it shines, it reflects.
I want this door. I don't want this door, but I want this door. I try to open the door.
As you open the door,
It opens.
they both swing open into a familiar scene as you're once again in the workshop.
He's just kind of taken aback and starts inspecting things around him.
Yes. It's very familiar. Your second time here, you see the clock that tells all, the desk in front. There's all sorts of stained glass of potential construct figures along the walls.
This is your mind powers.
And on the table in front of you, you can see half-built things, like little figures. One looks like it has 2 legs, another has 4 legs. The third one has wings. But they all seem like half-built.
He inspects them as if someone is inspecting rare art. Slowly glides his hand across them if he can, in awe of their splendor.
They look magnificent, and before each of them, there seems to be some instructions written. And it's kind of this. Which one do you prefer, really?
Just whichever one's closest to him at the moment he starts reading, he tries to inspect.
You spend your time reading over the notes before you and inspecting these things. And it feels like you've been here for hours and you're just doing it, you're studying, going over and over.
His glee and
hours
knowledge
turn to days and days turn to weeks. And you think you finally get the handle on what these things are and how to build one yourself. And just as you are finishing up, you can hear the doors behind you begin to close shut.
Sorry, Puss. My cat.
Not good yet.
He turned startled.
For weeks.
And as the doors ever closer to closing together, they eventually shut with a loud sound, and you wake up in the tower.
Hey, yours was
My
nearly
mind
as
palace.
fucked up as mine.
I left my mind
Why
palace.
did I have a goddamn nightmare?
I'm at
You
home.
chose to interact with the two figures in the back of the room.
Of course I did.
I didn't even. Well, did I notice anything going astray at all?
I couldn't think of anything.
Oh, it's fine. I would have been entranced with them anyways. I just didn't know if I missed anything. I would have been all about those constructs regardless. We've already gathered that my character's not the most observant. He's like autistic. Like, he has that autistic focus. He's all about those things.
And now on to Taurus. You are back into the town where you were briefly claimed as a hero. A member of the guards you were once. You were great in the gladiatory. And you're just surrounded by people who are cheering your name, chanting you a great hero, and you feel greatness upon you.
I'm not sure if these are done. Do these look done?
But, and eventually this tall elven figure of, how tall was she?
7'7".
No, this is someone else. This one's 7'10".
Jesus. These are some really fucking tall elves.
There's like only a few of them are tall, and you just happen to be running into them. Most of them are around 6 feet to 7, but
Well, it's gonna take time to get up to here.
so where's the description?
Should I put it in for an extra 4? So, really?
And this elf,
You don't say.
she has a copper skin with a long, dark brown hair. The iris of her eyes are pink, and she pulls out this blade and she performs the blade song in the most elegant form you've ever seen. And she eventually bows and hands it towards you.
I examine the weapon.
It's a marvelous weapon. It's of a highly elven craft. It's seemingly very valuable, and it seems to be infused with magic pouring out of it. And she, when you look at her, you get the feeling that she bears some sort of a royalty to her with the way she dresses and the crown on her head. And she just bows towards you. And does she say anything at this? No, she didn't say anything at this time.
Not you, Jericho.
Sure.
Like, what type of weapon is it?
It is a scimitar, since that's your current weapon.
I see. I take the sword from her hand.
And as you do, you can feel the magic coursing through you. And sorry, I had something grand for you as well, but you went straight towards the bad thing.
That's your barrier. That's your thing to overcome. It's what's keeping you from being truly good.
Okay, but like in my waking hours right now, this is my focus. So it makes sense if I see that in a dream, for that to still be my focus.
I'm just saying.
It's not bad. I'm just saying.
I'm not trying
need to work on
shit dump on you. It's just I had to throw that in there because of recent events.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Like, I understand. Just bumming.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got the tragic tale going on. But
Surprise! You're the main character.
I hope not.
That's why you haven't hardly gone down. You have plot armor.
Yay! Plot armor.
Well, he lost the plot armor.
That's what survived you from your first almost death. That hyena man.
But as you're now swinging this blade, you feel you can perform the art better than you ever had before. I didn't really have a way to enjoy it, I'm sorry.
He wakes up to slow clapping of the audience that cheers him on.
Yeah.
All inspired as flowers are thrown your way.
Do I understand anything from this dream, or is it just a dream?
Really, it's just a dream, but certainly there must be weapons of that magnitude out in the world to seek out. Or even, this figure in a dream seemed to be highly skilled in the craft you desire. So it could be a future mentor if you sought them out. It's however you choose to interpret your dream.
Can I discern what race this gigantic elf is?
Wood elf.
Why are wood elves so big?
Because this one's really, really old.
What, do they just keep growing like trees?
Fucking maybe.
I guess. I wake, it's like, alright, that's actually a decent dream. And I just wake up and hear him screaming.
Basically. Ah!
So yeah. What do you do now?
I go back to sleep. This is probably like fucking 2 in the morning.
Well, once the night is over and dawn is finally upon you all, how do you start your day?
Since I went to bed early, I'm gonna assume I got up tonight early, so I want to at least try to craft or at least start crafting on a blueprint.
Alright. Do you want to... You have something... well, you have that book. Do you want to go through it and try and find a new one?
Sure.
Where did I put it? Roll a percentile for me.
Percent?
Yeah, I got 100 different creatures written down.
21.
Blackjack.
21. I got 21.
I thought you were 20.
20. What?
I thought you were 26.
I am. 21.
You find a large red figure, 2 legs, 2 arms, a long tail, and 2 wings. A devil of sorts. It is labeled as a pit fiend.
Jesus. That's cool as fuck. One of those? I love those! Those are like so cool. Hell yeah, I'm gonna be trying to construct that fucker.
And since
There's a
this
little
one
one.
has a relatively similar build to the dragons, it'll take you on the shorter end of constructing the
Hell
blueprint.
yeah. Pit fiends are the coolest.
So, yeah, go ahead and spend your first
Yeah, they
turn
sure
working
are.
on it.
Except
Roll an
when it's about
Arcana
your
check.
dead dad.
Oh, not good. Arcana?
Mhm.
Arcana? 15.
You make 1 hour normal progress.
Cool.
Nice. Just write down how many turns are left for when you come back to work on that.
Mm-hmm.
So, everyone's up now. When the 2 of you go downstairs for checkout, you can see that they have this area off to the side for breakfast, and Thola is sitting at one of them. She still has her hood up over her face, but she is sitting down and eating.
I'll go sit with her.
Good morning.
How'd you sleep?
Slept alright. What about you?
Pretty shitty.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Does this have anything to do with what happened yesterday?
Fucking maybe.
I'm not really sure. Just a weird dream.
Not all dreams are bad, so I'm sure you'll have a decent one soon.
Hope so. They haven't been great lately.
Taurus, are you doing anything?
I was going to go down to the receptionist and ask her if there is a somebody who teaches blade singing arts in this town, or where I might be directed to somebody who might know of such a thing.
She says the only person she knows of is the Queen of Ayapo.
What the fuck?
Wow.
And she lives in the upper parts of the trunk, which is where most of the royal family lives.
Can't imagine why.
She heard that some of her children may have taken interest in the art, but she hasn't heard anything of it. The only one she knows for certain is the Queen.
Do you know if she takes students of any kind, any capacity?
We don't often hear from the Queen. They tend to keep to themselves. The whole family.
And
I suppose you could always try.
I assume it's difficult to get an audience.
Yes. I've never tried, but I've heard of someone, and really the guards wouldn't let them pass the first floor.
I see.
They've never been thrown before.
I said it's a shame too because my other fucking character has a nobility background, so I'd just be able to nobility background, get right up there.
You pick Gladiator.
Yeah, I picked Gladiator, so. Well, shit.
Well, while you're here, the price of breakfast was included with the cost. If you want to, you'll have something to eat.
I eat.
Skull, how's your morning going?
So after he does his little doodads with the doodads, he's going to do a perimeter check again, as well as inform Klein with the shenanigans going on with the door. And then he's going to be
Which door? There's like so many doors now.
the door of convenience.
So the shenanigans of it.
The shenanigan door, yeah. So he's going to tell him why it's going to be open and whatnot, and make sure nobody closes it on him. He's going to leave another note, but this time it's going to be scrawled on a piece of canvas.
And that's when you find...
It's technically not paper.
Technically not. It's fabric.
That's when you learn that another one of the Twig Blights names is Candace.
I don't care. Let him be. Then when Skull goes to use said door to make his way start going to town again, because it's going to take him a little bit to get back into town, he's going to think how convenient it would be if this door opened up right to Anna's shop. Pretty damn convenient.
Well, Knowledge Arcane. You do know that we got 15 only got you halfway to the town.
So 19 plus Arcana 6, so we're going to go with a solid 25.
Your Arcana's 6?
Yeah.
Jesus.
My base knowledge is 4. Plus proficiency, which is 2. I literally, like, for my barbarian, I got no proficiencies that actually helped me up until I got Artificer, where I actually have proficiencies that help me now.
So you should make your character Blitzinger, and then you could have gone Lion style. Would have been getting +4 on every hit.
Jesus.
And still be able to cast powerful spells.
Damn. Nah. I'm liking this Artificer thing with him.
Gotta figure out where
it was just
on the
cool.
building it's gonna open up.
The Jesus is all. I was thinking more along the lines of going into her training area, but you can wherever I get close to. Because that's the one he's most familiar with. He spent literally the most time in the training area playing with weapons.
Thing was, your old stuff, because like 15 gets you to the rocks, 20 gets you to the edge of town, but you got 25, so that'll get you somewhere in the town.
Okay, that's
so fine. It'll open up where you imagined it.
Wow, cool. I was thinking just that her training area just opening up to her.
And you open up into the outside of her shop.
What's Monday been doing during this whole time? What was his dream?
We have to find out his first dream before we find out his second dream.
I didn't figure out his second dream yet because I still had to give him the first one. But basically what I got working with him is, since I said one of his clan members was gifted in divination, I'm giving him dreams based on divination. So he's seeing future events.
That's cool.
What was I saying?
Basically you're seeing the potential future, something to strive for. Possibly finding a teacher or a weapon or just something that could help you become a hero, since that's something you wanted.
He doesn't want to be here, man.
I think I'm more seeing present stuff.
What styles does she know?
Oh, I haven't figured that out yet. I just knew I wanted her to be a Void Seer. But for Fenris, it was supposed to be a bow.
Fuck! That would have been so much better.
He got sidetracked by his demons.
See, for Blazingers, there's like 3.
No!
What?
Put it to the side.
What?
Put it on the counter.
That gray bag.
Throw it somewhere. I don't care where. Just throw it somewhere.
Yeah, the cat family has like 4 styles. The bird style has like 2 or 3, and then the snake has 2, I think.
Jesus.
Snake is neat because it's kind of thematic. Like, yeah, typically people who specialize in that will use like whip weapons or bladed whips, and they'll use like poison weapons. Or poison spells, rather.
That sounds cool.
And binding and things like that. And bird tends to use like a movement style weapon or magics.
Skull specifically was to. There's something he's supposed to have for being first level artificer that they didn't have yet. So it was to get him towards that. And that was the little construct he's supposed to have.
So that's the difference between little toys you're making, right?
Mm-hmm. This would be something actually functional and helpful.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I forgot I had my damn raven. I could have had Raven chase after that bitch.
You have a raven?
Yeah. Oh wait, no I don't. That's in the other campaign.
Yeah.
Because that's all.
There's still a raven at the tower.
No, at
That's right!
level 1
My bird! Not my bird, but kind of my bird.
at level 1 I pretty much always take it find familiar. And I usually make it a raven.
Anyway, so Skull, when you open the door, were you opening it towards you or away from you?
Which way is the door been?
It kind of goes both ways, it's just how you open it.
I'm fully healed after sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Your clothes just does damage, but
I'm gonna have it go out.
Am I fully healed after sleeping?
Open it like this.
No. Didn't hammer too bad. It damaged you.
Out. Okay. Then when you step out, the door is right next to you as you're walking out into the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're both fully healed. And what was your question?
I said he asked if he was fully healed, and I said no, he took mental damage.
Oh.
And I was never fully healed.
Never does.
I lose 3 max hit points.
No!
No, your sanity meter just goes down. Don't worry about it.
I call it Hulu. Go fuck yourself. Sanity meter gets you every fucking time. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, what does the party now? Skull is at the blacksmith's.
So, I'm gonna do a thing where I want you to get with the little wand, do that, and have it shut and whatnot, and then I'm gonna greet Anna. Anna!
She... Would she be in the back of this? It's early in the morning. No, she'd be in the front. She is alarmed by how early you are here. You're usually showing up around noon. But
Multiple times during noon.
She greets you anyway and says, hello again, Skull. Have you said your name? I would think you...
Yeah, whenever we were doing the partnership stuff.
She greets you, morning, Skull, and you give your usual hug. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. I've started a new creation. I also would like to inform you of a doorway in which we have created from our home into your training area. Please do not close such device until we are ready to leave through it. I hope it is no trouble to yourself that we have done such.
Oh, that's unusual.
It is a very convenient door.
Yes, we could make sure not to touch it. Where does it go?
Up to the place of our residence.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll put something in front of it so it's
Much
out of sight.
Thank you kindly. Once again, I did not mean if this causes any inconvenience to yourself.
It's a bit of a shock, that's all. But no.
Trust me, once I have figured out the mechanics of such a device, I will happily share it with you. I'm looking at it as a machine, yes.
You're also very, very talkative.
He likes Anna. It's literally just him and Anna right now.
I'm aware. I just soaking in the situation.
He's digging this Anna. He's got his dad's blood in him. He digs them elves.
Apparently.
What about you two? You've had your meal.
Thank you.
What's on the agenda?
I would like to ask the the person that's like running the shit in the inn if there are any like shrines nearby that they know of.
Well, I don't know about shrines, but there's the local church.
Where would that be?
Their main place of worship is on the east side of town.
And what god do they worship?
In the east. Try to find it. It's the church to the goddess of the moon, Saloon. They practice knowledge and life.
That doesn't sound good for me. Okay. Like the knowledge and life does. Goddess of the moon doesn't, because an orb could be a representation of the moon. I don't like that. Okay. And I assume I get directions from her?
Yeah.
Cool. That's where I would like to go.
Taurus, do you have any plans?
No, not really.
I share my plans with my current compatriots, Thola and Mortoris.
Still don't like the Sola chick.
I mean, I don't really trust her either, but...
I'm glad I provided an NPC.
Should know better.
I mean, so far, she's actually really helped us out.
Yeah,
a lot.
no, she's
But
been great. It's just I don't like her. I don't
She's
trust
better
these
than my dad.
non-people.
I mean, my dream doesn't help me trust people so far.
You're all outcasts, so it was something to be expected.
Yeah.
So the only thing I can think of is maybe we should start considering either going after that orb or going to the cold cave as we agreed with our current companion.
Yeah, I would like to research this orb a little bit more and see exactly what it is.
Do you think anyone around here would even know what it is, what we're talking about?
I don't, but I mean, it's worth a shot to ask. I think this church might be the best people if it is indeed a shrine. They might have some knowledge of what religions were either worshipped here a while ago or it might be the current thing. I'm not sure. But I think after we figure out exactly what this is, maybe we can do the coal mine thing.
Well, it's up to you guys on where you're going.
I mean, I'm going to this church.
Okay.
If anyone else wants to go anywhere else, that's on them.
Let's split up, gang.
Just like we always do.
It seems to have turned out well so far.
I guess I'll follow you for now. Because the little story thread I got currently is going to be very difficult to achieve.
Three of you head off towards the church. Skull is currently a blacksmith. What were your day's plans, Skull, now that you're in town?
Real quick, what was the name of this town again?
Ipo.
Ipo.
I'm assuming before I took off, they told me what inn they're staying at, so I'd first check the inn they were in. Meet up with them.
Okay, Skull the Orc is headed to the east side of town.
Oh. West side is the best side.
For you, the west. West side.
West side is the best side.
But the three of you will get to the church first. And notice as you come up to this church, you see the symbol upon the doors and labeled on the building around it. It is a pair of eyes surrounded by 7 stars.
I want to look around for someone that looks a little bit more important, someone that looks like they're in charge.
You can see some presumably clergymen and women wandering the area wearing white robes.
I'll approach them.
Well, the one you go up to says, "Good morning. How are you today?"
I'm doing okay. I actually just had a few questions about some of the surrounding area that I thought you guys might be able to help me with.
Ah, yes. Well, if you head inside, one of the priests would likely be able to answer your question best.
Okay, thank you. I'll walk inside.
Are you following?
Well, I suppose.
As you all enter this church, it seems big and grand. Like a lot of money has been spent into creating such a large structure. And when you get inside, there's people praying and practicing their craft, as it were. But on the far ends, you can see presumably someone in more of a status performing some sort of ritual up at the altar.
If they're performing a ritual, I'll wait until they're done.
It doesn't look like it's something actively going on, more like a routine.
Okay. I'll approach and be like, "Excuse me, sir.
And/or madam.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Is it a dude or a lady?
It's male. So.
Excuse me, sir.
It's an elf. How would you know?
Good morning to you. How can I be of assistance?
Greetings, child.
I just had some questions about some of the surrounding area. I heard there was a shrine kind of nearby in the woods. Would you know anything about that?
Yes, there are some old shrines of nature spread out throughout the nearby woods. We don't really see them much anymore as with the current conflict going on.
Are they related to your own religion here, or are they for other religions?
There might be still a few standing within the forest, but I imagine most of them are built towards Malar, the god of the hunts.
Do you know anything about an orb that might be housed at one of these shrines?
Well, depending on the shrine, some of them are more like beacons to help guide.
The beacon has such a new hand.
Sorry. To help guide those as they journey through the forest. Others have been known to enhance people. Some simply provide light. It could be any number of things. Many of the shrines do have some sort of artifact, if you will, tied to them that provides some sort of symbolism or importance that the person who constructed it deemed worthy. Without more information, I'm afraid there's not much I can tell you.
I've just heard tale of some of the shrines having special objects there, and been somewhat of...
do you give the appearance of a hunter?
Yeah.
As it were? He would say to you that, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but someone in your position, I would see there could be value into visiting a shrine yourself if you're wanting to learn more about the wilderness. There could be some guidance to be learned if you were to visit one.
Would you happen to know where any of them are?
I'd have to check some of our records to see if, and this is only if they're still standing. He kind of says, "I'll be back in a few minutes.
Thank
if
you.
you don't mind." He kind of heads off into one of the back rooms. And now the three of you are here, surrounded by men and women of faith, and just waiting. At the moment, there are 8 people in the room aside from you 3.
This is adorable. So, Black Canary proposing to Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Adorable.
I guess I'll just kind of keep watch on the people, see what they're doing. If they're doing anything weird, or are they just like praying and stuff?
It seems like most of them are just performing morning rituals, cleaning the area, just making it look nice and presentable. And there are about 2 of them currently in more of a prayer situation.
Is there like a donation box or anything here in the temple?
Yeah, there's one near the entrance as you pass through, so if you wanted to drop off point on your way out, you could. But of course, this is not the Church of Kaor, so it's not expected. Several minutes pass, and the man does eventually come back, and he's got a few papers at hand, and when he kind of lays them on the front altar, and he gestures toward you to come up and look. And he's kind of pointing around in the forest area and saying, "We know about. Here's some of the shrines we know about. There were some forest-related ones here, but most of the ones along this path here were just beacons to help you navigate through the forest. And if there's any particular one that you wanted to point out or look towards."
Can I mark those on my map that I have that has.
You can mark those, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but when he gets to the one that you came here for, that's the page. But it is a. He just kind of mentions that it was a shrine to Malor, was it? The god of the hunt? Yes, Malor. So, yes, you didn't really bring it up, but he does point to the one that you know is the one you're supposed to go to, and does say that it is one built for Malor. Now, he also mentions that these shrines aren't necessarily big. They're mostly just these small little standing stone shrines. They range from anything as small as a 1 foot high kind of pedestal to maybe 10 feet. But he thinks the one that, unless he's not really going to specify all of them unless you particularly ask.
I mean,
The ones that tend to be for Malars tend to be 6 feet high, with a little flat surface where the item would be sitting on it that would rest at about 4 feet off the ground.
Okay. Do you know any specifics about the temple that would be in this area? And I kind of point to where our map leads.
You said temple?
Oh,
Like
the shrine.
so you're specifically asking about the one you're supposed to go to, right?
Yes.
Like I said, he said that one was constructed in the name of Milar. It's been known to give hunters good luck when they present themselves to it.
Are there any other of these shrines that have specific importance or have any notable legends around them?
The ones with the greatest importance lie in the center of the forest, but he suggests not going there as the land has become very dangerous in recent years. And while I'm sure you're great at your craft, it's just given the current times, I would suggest just staying away from that area for now.
Thank you for your time and everything that you've given us. And I go to leave, unless anybody else wants to ask anything.
Yeah, Retoris, do you have anything that you want to ask or do, or?
I just don't really have anything to really talk about, I don't think. My character isn't very religious, as he grew up in a sewer.
That's fair. Just make sure you have the opportunity. So, make your investigation check to find them.
As we walk out of the temple, I want to drop a couple gold coins in the donation box.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
I'm preferring these investigations over my perception, by the way.
Yeah, okay, it will not take you long to find the inn that they said they were staying at. And, in fact, by the time you get there and you head... One thing you notice as you were heading into the east side of perception, see if you notice it.
Ooh, another dirty 20.
As you're heading further into the east side, you are drawing more attention from the locals around you. The area is, it's falling more silent the further you go in, and they enter hushed tones in a language you don't understand. And you noticeably take notice that they are all observing you and whispering. It seems to be chatter about you, or at least your presence.
I'm gonna say Skull started out strong. He was like a man on a mission like he typically does, but the more this goes on, the stronger it gets. He's gonna get more tense and more stiff as he walks and more robotic. He's basically shrinking kind of into himself.
And that definitely slows your progress.
Yup.
So we go back to the two of you who have now left the church. What is your goal? Where are you going now?
Isaiah, we gotta head to the kobold cave then.
Yeah. Are we supposed to meet Skull at the inn?
I don't know if he ever said anything. He seems very quiet.
He does.
But we could either head to the cave now, or I did agree to help you find your pendant first.
Oh, we know where the pendant is. I mean, we don't have a good way to get it, really. But, I mean, we know at least who has it. It's more information than we did have. So I feel like we do still kind of owe you. I'd like to try to meet up with the other member of our party first.
You said he went back to... Did you say where he went back to?
Where we're staying.
So, where is that exactly?
It's a little ways outside of town.
Well, which direction? Because the place we need to go is north, and I'm not sure where you live.
North?
Oh, well, if he's there, I guess we could just head out now.
Yeah, we'll start heading that way.
Perception checks as you start heading north.
6.
5.
Well, there went their chance to find you, Skull.
Shit
What
happens,
about,
man.
what's her name?
I imagine I'm collecting some attention, though.
Okay, at least she notices.
Is that him over there? What? Huh?
As
Who?
She noticed the weird orc over
As
here,
the
too.
three of you are walking along, going in a northwest path towards the north gate of town.
The talisman's Jackie!
Yeah. I have a friend that has a bunch.
Jackie
Somebody
Chan's
on
Adventures.
Etsy made a bunch.
So as you are heading in a northwest path towards the north side of town, Thola points out how it's rather quiet, and it seems that people are being drawn into a certain direction.
Do I hear mutterings of an orc? About an orc?
I don't know, is Skull making sounds?
Is that mutterings about an orc?
Oh, right, you can actually understand that. Yes.
I think I might know where he is.
Lead the
Isn't
way.
he at your place of residence? Is that in town somewhere? I thought you said it was out of town.
Well, we have a fairly quick passage between here and there.
Oh.
But I started following the mutterings of about an orc.
And then the three of you start making your way through a crowd, and yes, there is one dirty boy orc standing in the center of the road, completely paralyzed in fear by this point by how many people are surrounded and just whispering, questioning oneself, what's an orc doing here? And now he's showing me. Pretty much every DM.
You see,
Oh, I see. Yeah. No, that was the initial campaign, which is now later in the campaign.
kill them all.
You see a skull, and you're hearing the chatter of people questioning why there's an orc here, what's their intention, the general suspect for what's going on.
I'll push through the crowd and hurry over to Skull.
Skull, Fenris has approached you from the crowd.
He grips on to him. You are his
Oh.
lifeline.
You are having flashbacks to a similar grip back when you were at an outpost. And also while you're at a tower, and they're just a very familiar grasp.
No, don't do it.
What?
Don't crush me.
17.
Is that for the strength roll or just controlling of your strength?
Well, I mean, I figured it's a strength. He's freaking out, so he ain't controlling much. It's a very strong grip.
Very familiar.
I wince in pain. I'm like, hey, Skull. Come on, we're gonna head north of town a little ways. And I start trying to kind of lead him a little bit as he's like gripped onto me, vice-like.
He shuffles.
Alright, the party is together and making their way north.
What do I hear the crowd say?
You're with a tiefling as well? I mean, what's going on?
And there's enough there.
That's true. This is the most unusual sight.
Just think if we had Mundi with us.
Is that nobody knows what race our companion is?
No. She's still cloaked, her face hidden. So, not really a distinguishable thing at the moment. So you head north, but Thola requests to stop at a stable first, so she can pick up her horse.
We don't have horses. Why the fuck does she need a horse?
No
I mean,
self-control.
What kind of horse is it?
Just gotta remember what the name of the horse was, but yes, when you get there, there is a very large war horse with a black coat. Just gotta look up what the name was. I thought I wrote it
Frisian.
down. That.
What?
Nothing. Frisian. I think it's called pronounced. Frisian.
I think it was the one that starts with A.
A. Alcalia or something like that. Alteca. Something.
alpaca.
No.
Dang.
Or
A large war horse
Al-
and alpaca.
I don't know. Maybe it was the Frisian.
I don't know, you asked for several horse breeds, so I give you
yeah.
Akhel Teki is the other one I'm thinking you're talking about. The metallic looking one?
No, I won't. It was probably Frisian. You had it right the first time. It's Frisian.
It said large war horse that's black, and it's a Frisian.
Sweet.
And she pays the caretaker of the stall and brings her horse over and gets it latched up to her cart.
She has a cart?
Yep. You can...
Is it big enough for me to ride in?
Yeah, you'd say it's big enough for several people to ride in.
Sweet. I ask
Wait,
if...
it's not a cart, it's a carriage.
It's like oh, okay,
Car.
okay.
So, yes.
Alright. Are we just riding in the back while you take us where we're going?
Yes, you can feel free, but I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where you're staying. You said you were north. It might be close to where we need to go.
Since...
Frisians?
Let me see
Frisians.
how it's spelled.
It's one of those ones where it's kind of spelled with far too many vowels.
Let me see how it's spelled. I'll tell you. Yeah, that's just Frisian. It's probably...
How does
It's
that? That's not
probably-
very good for Frisians.
There's a group of people called Frisians that are kind of around like Germany and stuff in Europe.
Frisian.
Not really looked well upon.
Frisian. I don't care about people.
Cool.
Care about
All right,
horses.
cool. Yeah.
And cats.
Yes, when you open the
I
door...
thought we were just going to this cave.
Yeah, it's to the north.
Yeah. Are you not just taking us straight to the cave? Why do we don't really need to go to the tower anymore? Skull is here with us.
Right there, Ben?
Nope.
He's dying.
Then yes, she rifles through her bag and pulls out some sort of map. And she holds it up to you, and it looks like it kind of goes to the north and then starts to veer off to the east. This is where I was informed the cave might be.
Compare it to my map that I have been drawing on a lot.
Which one? You currently have two.
Oh yeah, the
Both.
You ever get back with Matt, you son of a bitch?
I give Retoris back his map that he made, and I look at the one that was given to me by the fox.
Taurus, there's been some new drawings on your map.
You son of a bitch.
I meant to draw those on the one the fox gave me.
Oh, I thought you drew it on. Okay, never mind.
No.
Dear
No,
God.
because I don't... It's still confusing to me if, like, his map is still of the same area. So I want to draw them on a place that I know that we're at. This is some otherworldly bullshit map. I don't want to draw on it.
And as she's showing you the map, she says, I haven't really had a chance to scout out the areas too much, so I'm not sure what's all down there.
Well, there might be some orcs.
Kobold cave?
I mean, like, in the woods.
You're not going to the woods. You're
But we're
talking
going...
about her map.
Yeah, are we not going through the woods to get to the cave?
No.
Oh.
Going north. The cave is... The woods is to the west.
Alright, I thought there was woods all around, okay?
Yeah,
I'm
grasslands.
confused about this. Alright, cool. Let's go to this cave then. Ain't no orcs, just kobolds and whatever the fuck. Let's do that.
Alright. The base.
Hopefully, no gnolls.
It looks like it's going to take a total of 2 days travel to get to the location on her map.
Fuck. That's like way north.
What? Northeast.
Is the tower kind of on the way, like a little bit out of the way? Or is it like real far out of the way?
If you wanted to, you could stop by the tower on your way.
Joe, you should make one of those
No.
so he can be on your back.
No.
I'm really good with a bow, though. You can bash people at the door while I'm like shooting.
That actually would be a good strategy, though. That's really sad.
Master blaster this shit.
That's just when I throw a rust monster at you to get rid of the
No,
door.
not my door!
Anything
Anything but my door.
Our door's already rusted. It's corroded.
Slightly damaged.
I don't know,
Yeah, you
gang.
never really
What do we
figured out
want
what's
to
going
do?
on with it.
That's true.
I mean, this is
There's no way it would be.
2 days out of our way.
I mean, is it out of your way?
I mean, kind of.
It's all about what you guys want to do next.
I don't know. I'm gonna grab Skull and Retoris and walk a little ways away to discuss our current predicament and plans.
She stays on her carriage and just waits.
So, from the people at the temple here in town to Saloon, I found out that there are multiple shrines in the woods that are to the god Malor. That's the god of the hunt. And seems like there's artifacts at all of these that have to do with hunting or are at least valued by the people that built them. So that seems to be what the fox is wanting us to go after. I don't know if there's like a time frame on this or what. But this cave seems to be kind of pretty far out. I'm not sure where we should go at this point. If we should try to get to this shrine or figure something else out with this fox, or if we should help out Thola here with the cave.
Out of game, perhaps doing the Cobalt Cave would be better. That way we can level up once, maybe. That way I don't get fucking clobbered and die in one shot again.
Rogues, man.
Never again. Just gonna start wearing a fucking iron plate on my back.
I mean, you're big enough to where I could also be on your back.
That's true.
But is he strong enough to
As
carry
I
you?
say, that's all I have 11 strength.
Oh, yeah. That might be an issue.
Just need to get one for Monday.
I don't think Monday has like a ton of strength though either. I
14.
think Skull's the strongest, like by a
Skull
pretty
is
good
the strongest,
margin.
but Monday would be the second at 14. Unless you want to count Thola.
Third strength.
Same as Skull's.
Jesus.
God damn.
I rolled well on her strength.
I'm interested in who this lady is because she seems to have some sort of wealth and standing at the very least.
I try to perceive what manner of being she is. As 5.
You have to take off that cloak somehow.
Sure is a lady.
What'd she stand out like?
I seduce her.
6 foot?
She is 5'6".
No.
She is the second shortest of the group. Just above Finrez.
That's more than just above. How tall were you again without your horns?
I was gonna
I don't remember,
without the horns.
I don't remember if it was 5 or 4. I don't remember what you said.
I thought he was 4'10" without the horns.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So you're not even tall enough to legally be a flight attendant.
Let's-
the horns, man, that makes them tall enough.
I'm tall enough.
Now we wait for Jill to get back so the party can figure out what they're doing. Let's briefly go over all the active quests. You have the quest to find Bashir, the Fox Hunt quest, the Cold Cave, going north to find Madame Minerva about scrying, and then there's the conflict between the town and the forest.
So what about individual quests?
That's up to you guys. I just wrote down all the main stuff that's going on. It's ultimately up to you on whether or not you pursue your own stuff outside of it.
Currently, the most pressing stuff seems to be the Fox thing and the Cobalt Cave. I mean, the Bashir thing we're at a standstill with, at least until we get more people to be able to do magic or figure out a way around the puzzle. I don't really give a shit about this town's problems.
I think we're kind of at a standstill with the Fox for right now because he's probably going to be a cut and hide for the next probably 10 days.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to find him easily. I think our best bet with that is to check out these shrines. But it's just, do we want to do the Fox thing and check out these shrines, or do we want to go to this cave?
Fucking best. Blood orange is the best. Mike's hard lemonade, I'm sorry. The best.
What is your input on the group's decision here?
So, whoops, what happened?
Well, they're trying to decide where to go. If they're going to pursue going to the shrine, or if they're going to go to the cold cave, or if they're going to do something else.
Listen, Skull doesn't negotiate with terrorists. He's going to break that shit as soon as he sees it.
Let's at least wait until we
No, I'm warning you. This is my warning out of character.
No, but we need to use it to draw them out of hiding. As soon as they're in front of us, you can fucking shatter the shit out of it.
I'm just telling you what's gonna happen. Just warning you. Warned. Sufficiently warned. What you do is up to you.
Since Skull doesn't want to negotiate with terrorists, let's go to the Cobalt Cave.
It's really more bait than anything else.
It is.
We are doing something in some way, shape, or form that they want us to do, whether it even is just to go get it.
I know.
Not okay with it.
But
that's negotiation.
We don't have many other options.
He is not in servitude to anybody.
What about his own,
he is a free orc.
He's in service to his own will.
Yeah, he owns that.
I'm just saying, does he know of a fucking way to find where the hell these people are in town?
He's not the one who lost anything. He's chaotic neutral, motherfucker.
We're friends.
We're friends. He's still chaotic neutral. He does not negotiate with terrorists, and he wants to beat the shit out of this fucker. And he's going to do it his own way.
I want to beat the shit out of him too. But what's his way then? How are we going to find him?
I'm saying, he really wants this orb, right? That's why he stole your pendant. That's why he wants this orb. We basically say, go fuck yourself. He's not going to be happy with us. He'll come to us, not us going to him.
My thing is, this orb could also be kind of helpful to me.
That's
Honestly,
not my problem.
It's not. However,
listen, I'm warning you.
Maybe this orb is going to be more useful to me than this fucking pendant was.
Where we go is up to you.
It's entirely possible.
I'm just telling you, if he gets his hand on that orb, what's going to happen?
Okay, let's go to the fucking cave. We're going to head to the cave. We're going to spend 2 fucking days heading to this cave.
So Skull, where destroying a magical item can be incredibly dangerous?
Yeah.
As in, it could easily kill him?
Yeah.
And he still chooses to do so?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like something an intelligent or a wise person would do.
Yeah, see, he's intelligent. He's also an orc.
So, my next question is, if we're going to this cave, do we want to stop by the tower and grab Moonday?
I got a door.
Do we want to stop by this tower and grab Moonday?
I got a door.
I know you have a door, but like...
We don't know where that door is.
Do we want...
Have you told us where the
Do
door
we
is?
want to get Mundi? That is my fucking question.
So in character, he's all like... Tower, stranger, walk to tower, or more or less teleport to tower.
I don't know. I'm wary about showing Thola where the tower is.
Hence, teleportation via door would be better.
Yeah. However, like...
Don't a lot of people know where his tower is?
Assuming
Well, I
they know
don't-
it's the same tower.
Also assuming that she's from this area and, like, knows this area.
You
Or
actually
who
already
Bashir
know.
is.
She said she's not from.
Yeah. So I don't...
Because she could be lying. She could be lying.
Maybe. Everyone could be lying.
But, I feel like the teleportation is a little sketchy, too. Just because, like... That reveals that we have some access to some weird shit. Unless, like,
She
one...
goes to the tower at all, she's gonna realize we have some access to some weird shit.
Yeah. Which is why I'm sketchy about fucking taking her there.
We
Maybe...
don't have to take her. You can literally go grab your shit, come out, and we go from here.
I would say we could literally just go outside of the smithy and just say, hey, he's in there. Somebody goes in, goes through the door, brings him out, they leave.
Yeah.
No, you don't even have to tell her about the door. Just tell her to wait here. We'll be right back.
That's what I'm saying, is just say that Mundy's inside. And go pick him up from the tower, go through the door. She doesn't have to know that by the door. She can literally just sit outside with one of us.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's head back to the tower and try to get Mundi and then
Via door?
via door without her knowledge. Having her wait here.
She's still right outside the town. You gotta tell her to wait here or somewhere else.
I'll stay with her.
Literally.
Okay.
You're not going to murder her over the door?
Who, her? Maybe?
We come back. I don't know what happened to Thola.
Door lost control. I don't know what you want from me.
But,
Well, apparently he has strength equal to yours, so...
Yeah.
on that note,
And
I
a
think
sword
we
made
should...
out of the same fucking material.
I think we should probably call it a night, because I have to work in the morning.
That's fair. So, thoughts on tonight's game?
I have a headache.
I want my fucking pendant back.
And I gave you a quest to get it back.
I just want it back. I want my family back.
I thought Skull and her Taurus and maybe sometimes Mundi was your family.
Yeah, if Mundi shows up again.
One day.
It's pretty sad. I didn't enjoy getting clobbered as I always do, but like I said, that's just the nature of this character.
Sorry, but
He's just real unlucky.
to be fair, the last time happened because you picked up a being covered in spikes.
True.
That's what knocked you unconscious last time.
That wasn't really a dangerous situation, though. Not like getting stabbed in the back.
Yeah. That was shitty and unexpected, and I was super fucking worried. It's like...
Nobody knows this!
Yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, I can't help because I'm unaware.